Welcome back to another great episode of Comedians in Bed, where comedians can be comedians. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds like something you should say on a podcast, man. And as always, I have another great host. Another great host. I'm super fried.
I could be a
Another
host.
great guest. Another great guest for us here today, man. If you haven't seen him on your phone, you're going to see him right here in the flesh today. I'm so glad to have no other than the very funny, the very multi-talented Adam Little. Everybody, give it up for Adam Little.
Nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have an applause, dude. That's crazy. That's what's up.
In his
Appreciate it, man.
luxurious
Thank you.
hair.
Dude, I need to wash it really bad. You know what's crazy is, dude, I don't use tap water. Like, I don't shower. You know what I mean? I bathe myself. Like, me and my girlfriend, we bathe each other. It's really romantic, by the way. But yeah, I don't wash my hair in tap water, bro. And I wash my hair maybe once a week. So.
And it still come out curly like that. That's so beautiful. Beautiful. Natural beauty. Natural beauty is what we're discussing.
Hey, babe, you're gonna have to check this guy. He's kind of hitting on me a little bit.
Adam, man, were you born and raised in Columbus, man? I found out about you obviously from doing comedy, in the scene and stuff. But like, were you born and all? You don't give me like Ohio vibes.
Yeah. Do I give you colonizer vibes?
No.
Okay, good.
You give me like you live like in Jamaica during like certain time of the year type of vibes.
That's funny. No, it's funny. I am going to Costa Rica for a month in February, dude. It's awesome down there. But yeah, man, I'm from Ohio, dude. I was born and raised here. Like, I was born on the east side near Reynoldsburg.
Yeah.
Bow Wow went to Yorktown middle school. That's where I would have went to middle school, basically. But then my mom moved to the west side of Columbus, and then I went to, just like Franklin Heights, west side high school. But yeah, from here, dude.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, we're so different and unique here in Columbus. But
I agree.
I will say one of the things that I love most about you is that you're always like the same when I see you, no matter the circumstance. You're always very friendly and very kind. You have cats?
So no, it's funny, man. I love cats, but me and my girlfriend, we're never really here. So we want a cat, but she's actually watching her sister's cat right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just never here, man. With pets, you want to be around and stuff. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I just turned 30 last year, or this in March, and I'll be 31 in March.
So. You're about to be 31?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Are you trying to say I look good for 30, dude? Because
I had to know. Yes. I thought you were like in your 20s or something. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, with the stash, I mean, it gives me some 30. If I shave, I definitely look younger, but it's mustache season, so
Yeah. Hey, I never knew we were close to age. I'll be 33 in the next month.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, cool. I'm surprised. Did you think? Okay, so because of like social media and stuff, did you think I was a dickhead or something? Did you think like? Be honest.
When I first met you, I just had to I just had to realize that sometimes you're in character and then sometimes you're you. But I never like saw you until I came with you guys when you were shooting, and I was just standing around. Like, that's when I was like, oh, this is who he is. And then I would see you out, and then you would come over a couple times, and yeah, that's when I started to like, oh no, he's super chill. Like, I just always saw you in character, so I never got a grasp of like who you were.
Yeah, everyone usually thinks I'm crazy, and I'm just like, no, just doing stuff in front of a camera. What'd you think about that though? Did you like being at Puff Palace that one day? Did you like?
Yeah, because I've been on a movie studio set, but never like an independent one. Even though it was like a sketch, but like an independent set. So it was like cool to like see how like just like to see how you guys were just all collectively like in your creative like flow, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like kind of like how somebody's like in a music studio. They're like, making up, you got one person doing the engineering, the beat and all this type of stuff and writing, and it's just that's kind of how I felt. Like, it was just like we're in the studio and you guys were just like creatively like flowing, and how it was just like, I know it looked easy, but like just how it was like a continuous process. It wasn't like, well, we're going to stand around and just off for a little bit. It was like, okay, let's go to the next thing, let's go to the next thing. And like, yeah, I really like that. And I like too like how your girlfriends was there to be like supportive, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they just be like, oh, you guys are just
Yeah.
kicking off or whatever, but they're like really like invested and supportive, and that really counts too, especially being like a young man like trying to find support with like something that's not a basic 9 to 5. That's very
Yeah.
gratifying. So I thought I really like that.
Yeah, dude, to be honest with you, I mean, my girlfriend's not a fan of everything I do. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? She's not like she has a good sense of humor, but I cross the line sometimes on purpose. And yeah, obviously some people don't like that, but she's like she's always supportive no matter what, even if she doesn't like the idea. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love having her on set and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I like how you was writing on set. Like, do you aspire to be like a director? Because I mean, you were directing that day, but do you aspire to be a director, or do you already consider yourself a director?
I mean, dude, I'm an amateur, but yeah, I would consider myself a director. I want to direct because I feel like, again, I've been on sets too,
Hmm.
and I've seen directors be dickheads and just not be very fun to work with. And that's my goal, is to create a fun work environment. Because if you have a 9 to 5, whether it's a desk job, whatever, you kind of want it to be a little fun. I mean, it gives life purpose and meaning. So yeah, man, I want to be a director someday because I feel like I work well with people. And also, I'm not the best writer. I'm an okay writer. So when I have all these comedians around pitching different ideas to a premise, dude, it's the funnest thing. It's like working on a puzzle with your friends. It's really fun.
But I
So
feel like that's part of what directing is. Like, it's not like a dictatorship, like do what I say, but it's like, okay, let's come together to make this. I feel like that's what makes a good director. Like, let's all bring ideas to the table, and no idea is too big or too small. And like, you were really like flowing in that. You was like, okay, what do you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you were
mhm.
okay, let's do that, and then add your 2 cents to it. And like, I really like that. I was watching this Tyler Perry documentary the other day, and it was real good. It was about like his life and stuff like that. And he were talking about like how quickly he moves on set and things like that. I like how you move fast on set too, because like we don't need to
Mhm.
stand around and just waste money.
Dude, yeah, I've been on jobs where just for a music video, just like, a secondhand cameraman or doing some lighting or something. And I've been with some directors who take like 30 minutes just to do a shot that only takes 1 minute. And
Mhm.
I get it. You want it to look cinematic and stuff, but dude, yeah, it takes up a lot of your time. And, doing Puff Palace and stuff, we only have a certain window. And also, I know as the director, since I'm editing as well, like if we got the shot, we got the shot. Let's move on. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do you love editing? Because it's very tedious. It's an art, but I hate it. I would avoid to do it as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean, it is very it can be annoying, but if you like what you're editing, obviously it's fun.
Yeah,
So the only way I'll edit for people, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it's only if I get paid now.
yeah,
I've done my due diligence with free editing for friends and people, and it's just too much. You know what I mean? And if you're good at it, you can get paid with it really well. So,
yeah.
but finding the jobs is really hard, I guess.
Let's go back. How did you get into like with getting familiar with the camera and editing? I got my start with just being an intern in a newsroom. So how did you get
Nice.
your start?
Um, I don't want to sound egotistical, bro, but I learned on my own. Like I never had a mentor. I never had anybody show me, stuff like hands on. So, you got YouTube.
Hmm.
I started when I was like 16 in high school, just fucking with things. I'm not the smartest when it comes to equipment, but I know the basics. And as long as you know the basics, it just gives you're more versatile. Like I know the basics in audio, camera settings, lighting. I know the basics. So yeah, I mean that's how I got my start. Is I just would pick stuff up and learn in YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So and then my biggest way of learning how to be funny, because I'm personally not that funny, dude. I know how to be funny.
Hmm.
And the biggest way I learned how to be funny was watching my brother interact with people. He was really charismatic and just always made people laugh. And then also we would watch movies together and watch TV shows together. And when you watch a show that you like, it's ingrained in your brain of how to make something similar, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So how did you when you got the camera and thing like that, how did you know that you wanted to use like a real camera as opposed to a cell phone? There's nothing wrong with using a cell phone, but your shot quality looks pretty good, and it actually looked like a little clip from from an actual show. So how
Mhm.
did you know that's the direction that you wanted to go, or is that something you kind of just like stumbled upon?
Oh yeah, dude, I took out $25,000 in credit cards and just spent them all on cameras, dude. Just because I knew that if I did that, I would have no excuse to not make anything at that point, because everyone has an iPhone. Yes, you can make good stuff with an iPhone, but having that kind of equipment opens a lot of doors for you, and it just makes your stuff look better, you know? So
what gave you the confidence to bet on yourself and take out credit cards?
oh, dude, that I could die tomorrow. I mean, for real. Like, I could die tomorrow, dude, so why not? I mean, I was just talking to my girlfriend today about, like, I don't message. You know, I live like a gypsy. I live day to day.
Yeah.
I'm taking gambles all the time. So, and then this week I thought, like, I'm going to take a bigger risk. I'm not going to say what it is right now because I want it to be a surprise, but yeah, dude, I'm going to take some risk here soon and see where it goes. Because why not? You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have any obligations.
No, I love that. Yeah, I don't know. When did you start doing that? Because I started doing that like around 29, 30.
When did I start committing credit card fraud?
Oh.
Taking risk.
On yourself.
25 and 26.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, same for me, because then that's when I moved to Texas. So yeah.
Why'd you move back? You didn't like it?
It was, the newsroom was very different from the one here.
Okay.
And I went down there naive thinking it would be the same. And it was a new station. It just wasn't going the way that I wanted it to go. And then not only that, my car got repoed. So I was like, I'm gonna get to work. So I was like, let's drive 20 hours back home. Like, let's you know what I'm saying? So but coming back home, that was like, that's when I mean, now that I say it out loud, I thought I started taking a risk when I came back home, but I actually took one when I left. But when I came back home, that's when I started like doing acting and screenwriting and eventually doing comedy. So
oh, you know how to write scripts?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't write them as often as I want to, but yeah.
No, it's good. It's good to know, man. It's a good skill to have. Like, I'm again an amateur, but if you know how to write a script, the basics of it, you're already ahead, you know. And
I just learned from like looking at, like, downloading like an Insecure script and just watching. Just that's how I learned. Just talk myself.
Exactly, bro. Instead of paying $20,000 for a class in college, that's the way to go. But hold on. There's a hole in that story, dude. You just said your car got repoed, and then you drove back.
I didn't drive back.
Okay.
I emotionally manipulated my father, and I cried on the phone, and I told him I wanted to come back home, and he bought me a plane ticket.
Nice.
That's the last thing he ever did for me.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And then I lived with him for a couple months, and I lived with my mom for a couple months, and then I just eventually found my own spot. But yeah, like, that's really when I think about it. Like, I was like, well, then shoot, I didn't already achieve that dream. It wasn't at the level I wanted to, but and I still like consider myself a journalist. You know, with like doing this, I feel like it's a form of journalism. So.
Why'd you want to get into journalism? Because that was my first route too. But I realized I didn't want to. No offense, but I just didn't want to be a fucking puppet and do what they wanted me to do. That's the only reason I didn't do it.
That's okay. So like when I was in college, when I went to Youngstown State, they would not necessarily let me do whatever I wanted to do, but like it wasn't like a no. You know, I was the cameraman for like sporting events, and they wanted me to hire me on to film the practice for the football team. But I was like, I'm going back home to Ohio State because I know I can get a better internship. And I just got into it because I like sports, and I wanted to be a sideline reporter. And then like once I started doing it, bro, like Donald Trump was running for president, and just like journalism had just like changed. Like, it wasn't no more about the truth. I'm just like, bro, this goes against everything I was taught in school. Like, I was just, and then like I know it was like, you know, when you first start, you go to a smaller market, so you have to do everything, you know, set up the tripod, all that bull crap, write your own script, cut it up, and get it in a timely fashion. But it was just like, man, I just don't know if I want to. Like, I remember one time I asked, could I do a story on like why the school lunch is so bad? Yeah, it was like, nah, you can't do that. And I'm like, what you mean I can't do that? Like,
that's weird.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I was like, dang, I'd rather just have my own and own my own stuff and talk about what I want to talk about, because this local news stuff ain't really it. Like, it just, I don't want to do this. So
right.
I got a production company, and I I want to make TV shows and movies with it, but I really and do documentaries. Like I love documentaries, so that's what I
Yeah.
want to do with that.
When you say you have a production company, what do you mean by that? Like you have an LLC? I just set up my first LLC the other day.
I got LLC. I pay for the EIN number. All I gotta do is just go get the stuff. Like I don't know where to get grants and shit for money, but like I don't even know what to do if I did. Like I'll probably just try to make my own TV show or whatever. But
Yeah.
like
How
that's
long
the
have you
first
had it?
step. I got it. I think like November 2019.
Oh, okay.
When
So
I
you've
got
had it
it.
for a couple of years. Yeah.
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 I
I'm just
haven't
now
done.
learning.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with it, but I mean that's the beauty of you can do whatever you want with it for real. For real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can make anything with it. So I just consider like me doing this podcast as a part of the production company. Like I produce this, all this. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I see
For
it.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
But how did you when you first did your sketch and things are going and rolling? What kind of like tactics did you use to go viral? Was that a goal of yours, or is just something that you kind of like stumbled upon?
I mean, if I'm being real, bro, yeah, like you want your videos to get views and likes and stuff like that. But I have a video of the first meeting I ever had with all of my friends, my close friends who I wanted to be a part of a little show, because it wasn't supposed to be like my thing. It was supposed to be a group thing.
Uh-huh.
And originally a little show was supposed to be a collective of like sketch comedians who make stuff. And also whoever wanted to submit their sketches, we would post them on our profile. But people have their own lives and stuff like that. So it became like a me and like 3 other person group, and we just started making sketches. And I guess the game you had to play at the time was being on top of the trends. Like you have to make videos about the trending topics, whatever's in pop culture. That's how you get views. That's how you stay relevant. And I played the game for a little bit, but that really wasn't what I wanted to do, man. That's why I've stopped making sketches lately. Like, I don't want to play that game. I want to make stuff that's like near and dear to my heart. Yeah, I like being goofy and I like being dumb and silly, but eventually I want to make, comedy series about socioeconomic issues, emotions, play on people's heartstrings and just stuff like that. But right now I kind of have to pull in an audience by being goofy and silly, I guess. So.
Do you worry about if you pull in that audience that they'll be willing to go with you on whatever creative journey that you go forth?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on how as an audience member. It depends on how you perceive things, I guess. Do you want to continue to view things that are just silly and goofy all the time, or do you want to progress and start thinking deeply and wondering why we're here on this planet? But also keep in mind that you don't have to take it that serious too. You can still be goofy while having those, ideals and perceptions about the world and blah, blah, blah. So if people come along for the goofy stuff, you have an opportunity to go along the ride with me, if you want to get into the deeper stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How deep? Like, what's like,
well, I'm very pessimistic, dude. I know I have the ability to be positive and loving, which I try to do all the time. But when I'm alone with my own thoughts and stuff, I'm always wondering, like, why am I here? What am I doing? What's the purpose? And I've come to realize, like, I don't know if this is the truth, but I've come to realize, like, there really is no meaning to life. It's only what you put meaning on. Whatever you think means something, that's what means something. I try to not look at things at bad and good. It's really hard to. Trust me, I fail all the time, but I think that's a good way to view life is like, whatever matters to you matters. And, as long as you don't kill yourself, you're fine. Right. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's had that thought, right?
I don't know, man. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Right about now, it's pretty cold outside. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about that stuff too. Like, I don't know if it's just the age. I don't know, but I'll just be sitting there, bro. I'll be like, bro, like I know I have a purpose, but like, what is my purpose of like being a human being? Like, why wasn't I like created to be a rock? Like a rock sounds really fun to me. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like,
by the tone of your voice, I can tell you want to be a rock.
you want to be a rock so bad, like in the sea, just having just water just splash all over me, like that. Just oh man, it seems like a dream come true. Because it's like I don't know. As I get older, it's like dang, we really are here, and people are really making us pay bills. Like,
Mhm.
like why are we like this? Is crazy. Like,
I mean, it's a weird concept, honestly. Like, I, I I talk about this with my girlfriend a lot, but the way that society works, because there's such thing as money, it creates such a disconnect with human beings, and it takes us away from thinking about life the way that we're supposed to. You know what I just said to you earlier about like the kind of thoughts that I have. I feel like if everyone had similar thoughts, or just even put their mind in that kind of that mode, that this world would be a better place. Um, but yeah, it's hard to when you have to worry about rent, making yourself happy, sustaining relationships, and yeah, it's a hard place to
yeah,
navigate.
I feel like it takes away from the human experience. I feel like we're not taught about what it means to be human,
Hmm.
and when you do try to have a human experience, it's like someone looks at you and be like, "How dare you?" And it's like, "But I'm human." You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like if we were both to sit here and cry, like some people might judge it and be like, "Why are these guys crying?" But we're human.
Hmm.
And we're supposed to have that experience, and so it's kind of like, dang, like that's why I'd be like, "Why am I supposed to?" What is the purpose of me being a human if I don't really feel like I'm getting a human experience? You know,
Yeah.
where I'm working all hours of the day, I can't even enjoy
Yeah.
life. I haven't even been off this part of the land on the earth, you know. And then it's like we on a rock. This thing could drop at any
Hmm.
second.
Yeah,
And
dude.
so it's kind of back to what your point where you was talking about, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. That's kind of how I live my life, you know, just like
Yeah.
you don't know if you're really gonna be here tomorrow. So what are we waiting for?
Yeah, it's just you have to navigate how serious you want to take things and how unserious you want to take things, and that's why I think we get into comedy, is because the stuff that people think are so serious, we can make fun of, or create some laughter from it. It's a skill, dude.
Yeah.
So
Now, is your comedy has got you all the way out? Sometimes I'll be talking to people and they'll be like, "Yeah, he's out in LA right now." And I'll be like, "Dang, he's living it up." Like, how is it knowing that your art speaks to other people to the point that they want to sit down, talk to you, make deals, or whatever it is that you guys do out there when you're eating your charcuterie boards?
that's funny. Uh, I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love to experience things and do things like that. But in the back of my mind, I always know that I should never expect things. Again, hard skill to have, never to not try to expect things, because then you let yourself down. So when I go on trips like that, or I meet new people, or I talk to people who are interested in collabing or doing anything, I always keep in the back of my mind, it's okay if it doesn't work out, because you still get to have fun and experience things on this planet. So yeah, it is fun, dude. But I think as a comedian, and I'm talking more about stand-up comedians right now, because I'm not one. But I notice my friends who are stand-up comedians, they want to make it. It's a very solo thing. They have these ideas of where their life is going to go, and then they're easily let down. They're very emotional beings. Comedians they're either really hard nosed and hard skinned, or you know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of a good word for it.
Thick
Or they're
skin.
very, yeah, thick skinned, or they're very emotional. So as long as you can take trips out to LA, you can meet new people, as long as you keep in the back of your mind, like, hey, things might not go the way that you want them to, but you're still going to have fun or still get to experience something, then I think you're in a good mindset. But all in all, I do enjoy traveling and doing stuff like that. It is fun.
Dang,
So,
I'm both of those things. I'm thick skinned and emotional.
mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, don't cry. Don't cry on the podcast, bro.
What on a business tip though, like how do you know what's a good deal for you? Do you go in blindly and just listen to what they have to say, or do you go in with like this is what I want, and if I don't, I'm out?
Bro, I am the worst when it comes to money. Like I said, I just now started charging people for editing if I do take on a job like that. But how I navigate deals, I guess, is just to ask people, like, what is your budget? Um, or okay, so like last year I was on a TV show. They wanted me to play a character in a TV show down in Texas. I didn't ask how much money they wanted me. They were going to pay me. I knew like the base rate and everything, But what I did was while I was on set, I offered an extra hand. I offered to like help out move things here and there. So they ended up giving me a little more money. So I don't know, man. I'm bad at that stuff. I couldn't give you an answer. I just
Yeah.
go with the flow on things. But when it comes to commercials, though, I always ask like, "What's your budget?" Basically, and yeah.
Is it your okay? I'm gonna piggyback a little. Well, I didn't even bring this up yet. Like, is it your goal to get on a sketch show, or is it just like you just want to use your sketches to really to be able to get to a place where you can really say what you want to say with your art?
Well, I mean, at this point, dude, I don't really care to make a statement anymore. I kind of just want to like make things based off of what I want to get out of my brain, what I want to talk about. And it's not,
Yeah.
again, it's not, it's as important as you want it to be. But my goal is to uh, get all my friends together, make a TV show, whatever it is, buy some land, build a farm, build some factory like buildings or whatever, not that big, but like studios, and just have us create all day and make a living. And I'm not trying to be rich. I just want us to be able to make a living off of it. So, and I want to stay here in Columbus and do that. I don't want to leave. But if I have to go on a sketch show or anything to do something like that, yeah, I'd be open to it. But I'd always want to like come back and do that. So
That's very nice. You want to do that for Columbus? I don't
yeah,
really
I want to
care.
give, dude, I want to give food away for free. That's my life goal. I want to grow food and give it away for free. That's what I want to do.
See, with my movie studio, I went to even though I do like the grown fruit part, I was just going to give like kids like internships so they're not
Yeah.
shooting up each other in the
Yeah,
streets or on the freeway. Like
for
y'all
sure.
little niggas need something to do. That's what y'all
Hmm.
need instead of out here having sex and shooting guns. So that's what I was gonna do with mine.
Yeah, dude. I had an idea a few years ago when my YouTube was starting to take off a little bit. I stopped doing it, but I had an idea of like what I would do with the money, and what I wanted to do was start up a nonprofit where I could do like multiple smoothie trucks, or like veggie juices and stuff, like a truck that I could take to the inner city, because in the inner city there's barely any like healthy food around. You know,
Mhm.
there's food deserts, you name it. I mean, dude, there's just not a lot of healthy options. So I feel like I wanted to yeah, have food trucks like that offering healthy food, and like you get a punch card every week. You can come to the truck every day for lunch or whatever, and it's free. But dude, it takes a lot of money, I realized, and it's a really hard thing to accomplish. But
Are you
yeah,
you vegetarian?
yeah, I'm vegan actually. I eat honey though. You know what honey is?
No, no, I'm questioning it myself.
So,
I did, but I don't no more.
dude, honey is bee spit into other bees' mouths, and they spit it into another bee's mouths, and then that's how honey is made.
That's
Isn't
so
that
kinky.
isn't that gross, dude?
It is gross, but it's kinky.
I know, man. It's kind of hot, dude. If I
It's
was to
kinky.
be something, I'd want to be a bee after finding that out for sure.
No, I'm a vegetarian, but I still eat cheese, but
Yeah,
only like on Chipotle and pizza. And so, do you eat pizza? Like, how do you eat pizza without cheese?
not that often, man. I mean, my girl's literally allergic to gluten. She'll break out in hives, so
Uh,
I kind of don't even eat bread anymore either.
yeah.
So anytime we eat pizza, it has to be like one of those gay ass cauliflower crusts or whatever. So, but it's good though. I mean, I don't mind it. Vegan cheese is the worst, bro.
It
It
is. It smells. It's just.
it's sticky. It has a consistency of like an 80-year-old's ejaculate. You know what I mean? It's fucking. It's just. It's gross, dude.
It is so gross, man. I haven't found a good one. I think the only good one I found was like the Follow Your Heart brand, I think.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
I only had that one time. But yeah,
Yep.
I can't do it. But yeah, I'm trying to I'm gonna eventually get to vegan. I just gotta yeah.
Yeah, dude. We
I'm
make our
starting to
own. We make our own milk, and we make our own cheese now too, out of cashews and stuff and pumpkin seeds.
how do you make your own milk?
Bro, do you just get a? There's this thing called an almond cow, and it like makes the milk for you, so you don't have to use a cheesecloth to like strain it.
Uh-huh.
Dude, it's the best. I do cashews, dates, honey, and some cinnamon and vanilla. Bro, the best like nut milk you'll ever have in your life. And then yeah,
Because
it's really good.
I haven't drank milk in a while because I had to stop drinking almond milk because it got gum in it. And I
Oh
couldn't
yeah, bro.
find the only one that didn't have gum in it was simply almond, but then they stopped selling it. And I'm like,
Yep.
That's the worst part about being a vegetarian or vegan. Like you'll find something and then they'll just stop selling it. And it's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I was the one getting this. Like
Yeah, man. Dude, it's so fun to make your own stuff. I mean, if you have the time, you should get a food processor and it'll change your life, dude. You'll start making so much stuff.
Yeah, I do want to get. That's when I said I was gonna become a vegan when I make my own stuff. Like, and plus, I felt like that would just make me more sexier as a bachelor if I was wearing a silk, robe, and she in there. She's like, "What are you making?" I'm like, "My own food." And she's like, and I tell her what I'm making, and she eat it, and I'm automatically getting the draws, but then I'll be like, "Nah, I don't want to do that to you. I'm a gentleman."
Yeah. That's
make
funny.
her crave me more. Yeah. Okay. So
That's
a food processor. You getting all this stuff off Amazon?
Probably. I mean, dude, you can find them anywhere, but yeah, I get them off Amazon. Dude, having a food processor changed my entire life. I cook so much more now. I'm telling you,
dude. Yeah. I need that.
Dude, and you're a melanated man. Like you're gonna look so much better as soon as you stop eating cheese and milk.
I know. I need to go to a dermatologist, but the copay be 110. So I'm like, let me find a cheap one first, and then I'll go get some medicine to clear all the rest of this up. Because I got blackheads. I got blackheads really bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, dude, you know about Dr. Sebi and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need none of that medicine, none of that skin cream shit, bro. You're better than that. You're better than that, dude. I know you.
You're natural everything?
Yeah, man. Dude, I'll yell at my girlfriend if she uses anything with more than one ingredient in it.
Yeah.
If she uses something with 3 ingredients in it, I'm hitting her for sure. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, man. But yeah, man.
What do you take like vitamins and stuff?
No. I don't take any like supplements or anything. I don't know, man. I don't trust any of that stuff. It's hard to like anything synthesized, like anything that's synthetic, or if it doesn't come from the actual plant or ground or whatever, I just don't trust it. I don't know. It's just
no. That's smart.
It doesn't sit well. Yeah. It just feels like I'm going against nature almost.
Yeah. Only thing I take is I just take beet powder and Tonkat Ali and some that start with to clear up your lungs.
Well, Tonga Ali is pretty I mean, it's natural, so that's great.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay, cool. So I didn't know we were like that much hippies. That's dope.
yeah, dude. Dude, I will never have sex with a girl who's not vegan anymore, ever.
Wow, but I so understand. It's just like, girl, you don't smell that. Like,
well, hey, dude, honestly, I don't know. See, I don't know if the diet. I know the diet does have some effect on like the girl's pH balance, but I also think that the man fucks up the pH balance too, because if you have a bad diet, or if I don't know, man, it's just like our body chemistries don't match. Like you'll fuck your pH balance up regardless. So
yeah.
But the main reason I say that though is because I don't want to have sex with a non-vegan girl, because I don't want your parasites in me, dude. Like, you know how many cleanses I've done? I probably still have parasites, but I'm saying like I don't want yours. I don't know.
I definitely need to get a colonic. I want to get one.
I'm so glad
I can't find one. I can't find one.
I got you, dude. There's this place called Radiant Living in Canal Winchester. I'm gonna send you a link after this, bro, and you're gonna get your colon clean, dude. I'm telling you. You're gonna be so amazed about how much stuff is backed up in you. It's insane. Yeah. As clean as I eat all the time, dude, I'm still amazed. Like the dark, how dark it is when it comes, like it's just stuff that's sitting there, how dark it is, it comes out. It's just crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. I want to get that. So like when I was eating coochie, like, when
you're retired now.
Yeah, I'm retired. like when they would squirt, you would smell it, and I'd be like, you don't smell that. Mm-hmm. You taste this. Why is this so salty? Why is it so? I'm like, bro, your diet off.
Yeah.
Your diet is off. Yeah, man.
So, it's a tough world out here, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they look at you like you crazy because you eat right, and they want to question like what's in that. It's just eat it. That's what you should do. You should just eat it. I'll stuff it in their mouth.
Getting real graphic today, dude.
Bro, here's the
Damn.
thing though. Like every time I break up, or me and a girl break up, like especially the last two relationships, they always before we about to break up, be like, "I think I want to be vegan." Like, man, you don't know how to cook no vegan food. Like, what
Yeah.
you talking about, man?
Have you ever been to Porsche's Cafe?
Portia's cat? No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it, bro. I mean, it's definitely like more white hippie vibes, but it doesn't matter, bro. I mean, it's mostly raw food, and they cook some stuff, but
Mm.
you got to go, bro. It's on Indianola Ave. You got to hit it up. It's the best.
Oh,
A little
okay.
expensive, but dude, it's the best, bro.
I always go down to Studio 35 when I'm on Indianola.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
love Studio 35, man. I love independent movie theaters, man.
Yeah.
It's affordable. Bro, I go there, I get a movie ticket for $10,
Yeah.
a large popcorn for $8, and I can get a drink for however much.
And
And
a big ass seat too.
yes,
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. All right. Okay, cool. So like I'm gonna piggyback. Why did you want to why do you want to give back so much to Columbus? A lot of people look to get out. I know I'm definitely looking to get out. I mean, I definitely want to have my hand and reach back with like my movie studio and things of that nature. But you really want to stay here. Why is that?
I mean, dude, I'm gonna keep it a being with you, bro. Like anywhere you go in America, it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's just the weather. You know what I mean? And yeah, people might be more inclined to do more things in the entertainment industry in bigger cities like LA, Austin, Miami, and stuff. But it's a little, it feels more ingenuine. Like it doesn't feel real. Yes, you can make friends. Yeah, you can make connections. But at the end of the day, you know, people just want to make a dollar. They want to make a living. Um, Staying here for me just represents like a family thing. Like I don't necessarily want to have a family or like a big group of like a cult or anything, but um, just having people around me who I know are talented and who deserve to make a living from their art. That dude, that's like that'd be such a cool feeling. Like when I see one of my friends kill it on stage doing stand up, it's the best feeling. Like I feel like I'm on stage with them and like I'm
Mhm.
creating this energy in a room and it just feels good. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope you become a family man. I think you'd be a great dad. You seem real nice.
I appreciate that, but dude, I'm telling you, bro, the kind of thoughts that go through my head, I don't want my kid to have those same thoughts. You know, I don't want them to wonder every day when they wake up, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Blah blah blah. All that depressing shit. I don't want them to go through that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Maybe that's the fun part of figuring out why you're here is the why and the
mhm.
journey that's on the why.
Yeah, I feel like we drive ourselves crazy with it, dude. Especially if you're more of a logical thinker, you just drive yourself insane with thinking like that. But
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I had a little breakdown because I was like, man, we really on a spinning rock.
hmm
And we could just drop at any moment. But then I was like, if I keep thinking that way, I'm missing the opportunity just on this rock.
hmm
There's so much pussy on this rock.
Dude, you sound like me like 4 years ago. I was so like such a slut bag, dude. That's funny.
Just something to snap me out of thinking like that. Because I'm like, yeah, I get it. You could definitely go down a whole rabbit hole doing that for sure.
hmm Yeah,
I,
I think if you can help take care of other people, it's like a great feeling, you know. So that's what I strive for in this life. It's like, can I help someone else out that needs help? Because I'm fine at the end of the day. Even if I can't eat today, like I'm fine.
yeah.
So
What what's your favorite out of all the sketch shows? What's your favorite one?
fuck, man. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but like Chappelle Show is the reason I wanted to make sketch comedy. Um, dude, I mean, I have to say Chappelle Show because he just crossed the line and did it in such a intellectual way, and I don't know, just challenge people's mindsets. I love that kind of stuff. He just
Yeah.
wasn't scared. He wasn't scared to say anything, and I'm surprised that Comedy Central let that shit slide. You know what I mean? Like the amount of censorship, dude, is insane today. So luckily, we got to experience something like the Chappelle Show. I don't know, man. There's never been a show like it ever since. There's been people who tried to, copy and paste, but it's just not the same. I don't know.
I'm actually not surprised because it is on Comedy Central and South Park is on Comedy Central.
True. Okay, I guess you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
South Park is one of my favorite shows too. I mean,
Like
literally peed my pants watching that shit, dude.
watching that growing up, I was like, this is on TV. This is
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, true.
But Comedy Central, I feel like hasn't been the same since Chappelle left though.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. I mean, I don't really watch the Daily Show, but obviously it's one of the most popular shows in America. But besides that, like you don't even. I mean, it's. I don't want to say it's barely comedy specials on there anymore, but yeah, it's just not the same to me.
Yeah.
Anymore. I don't even watch it like that for real.
Workaholics was cool. I
feel like yeah.
I feel like what I'm doing right now with Puff Palace kind of has a Workaholics vibe, but yeah, that was probably one of the last shows I've seen on that.
Yeah, I feel like that was probably like when that and Broad City was on.
Yep.
That was probably like the last time it got its juices back up. I know they got Reno 911. They brought it back.
Yeah, dude, that was a good show.
I only watched like one of it, one of the episodes. It has like a more updated camera instead of like looking like the camera they just pulled. Yeah, I don't know. So well, I'm gonna check it out though. Get back into it. But as we start to wrap things up here, man, who is on? And it could be anybody, even in the sketch world or whatever you want to do. Who is on your Mount Rushmore for comedy?
George Carlin. Dude, Cat Williams is so funny to me, bro. Like I could watch his stand-up shows over and over and over again and still laugh. He's such a good performer. George Carlin, Cat Williams. I got to give it up to. I'm not I love his intellectual side. I love Chappelle's intellectual side, but I love his sketch side. So sketch speaking, I love Chappelle. And then I don't know. I like people who like get people rowdy. So like Tosh.0 or Daniel Tosh. I like his stand up a lot. Yeah, those are my four, I guess.
Wasn't he on Comedy Central too?
Yeah, Tosh.0.
Yeah,
I didn't really. The thing is, I didn't really watch that show a lot. I loved his stand up. And now he's doing more shows in Vegas. But yeah, I'd say those four. And then if I was alive, if he was still alive, and I got to experience him in person, Bill Hicks. I don't know if you know Bill Hicks, but he's probably one of my favorites to watch. But yeah,
I think I didn't watch Tosh.0 at first. I'm like, this just looks stupid, and then I just watched it and I was like, oh, this dude is
he's wild.
Ruthless.
Yeah, he's wild.
Ruthless, man. All right, okay. What are some words of encouragement that you can give to anybody that's listening to this right now?
If you feel any ounce of motivation or if you have any willpower, force yourself to do stuff, because that's everyone's problem. It's just staying consistent and telling yourself to get up and do it. That's it. Whatever it is. Doesn't have to be comedy, doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just life in general. If you have goals and you feel like you want to reach them, then yeah, for sure do it. But also if you don't have goals and you don't feel like reaching them, that's okay too. You know, because none of us know why we're here. But yeah, just get up, dude.
Adam, tell people why they should listen to Comedians in Bed.
Well, you should listen to Comedians in Bed because there's a sexual side to you, bro, that you showed a little bit. And I like that kind of stuff. So I think people would be really interested to hear what you have to say about, you know, that kind of stuff too. So it's a little surprising. I didn't expect to get into that kind of topic today, but yeah, you should listen to it because you brought up points today that I wasn't expecting. So you're a good interviewer, dude. Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Adam, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me anywhere at A Lil Show, ALILSHOW. You know, it's funny, dude. A lot of people think my name's Ali. You know how cool that would be to be a white dude with the name Ali? Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
You do have to read it slow. I will say that.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey man, if you want to watch next week's episode, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at TYE Comedy. Once again, that's TYE Comedy. We go live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I said Pacific, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Also, be sure to follow us on IG for weekly clips on IG at Comedians in Bed Podcast. All right, be sure to subscribe, write a review. We greatly appreciate it. We want to thank my man Adam once again, the viral sensation, for coming on here with Comedians in Bed. We'll see you guys next.